Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for today's midday meditation at Creative Living Fellowship. I am Dhamana Shauri, a remote practitioner at CLF, and we are glad you decided to join us. We will begin with the sound of the Tibetan monks in the ancient Om chant. Then I will lead you on a journey of discovery of choice, conscious choice, and unconscious choice. When we complete our journey of choice, you will again return to the silence. And I invite you to explore all that choice means. The founder of Science of Mind, Dr. Ernest Holmes, tells us that we cannot have a choiceless life. Every day, every moment, every second, there is choice. And we will talk about the different kinds of choice. So I invite you to get centered, let go of everything except this moment, because this is the only moment we have. Allow yourself to be fully present. Let us begin. Every day, every moment, every second, there is choice. The universe gives us opportunities all day long to make choices. And every single thing we do is a choice. Some choices are unconscious, like the route you take to work. You may do that without thinking about it, almost automatically. Doesn't require a lot of thought. Whether to go to work on a given day. You may choose not to, simply because you don't want to. Again, not requiring a lot of thought. The clothes you choose to wear, whether you ate breakfast and what you ate for breakfast. Often those are automatic, unconscious choices. They really don't have a huge impact on our lives. But what about those that have major impact on our lives? What about the meeting with your boss? A boss you're really not too crazy about, might not have a lot of respect for. How do you handle yourself in that meeting? That requires conscious choice. How do you respond if a good friend forgets your birthday? What do you do? Do you choose to confront them? Forget about it? Or maybe you decide you're going to accidentally forget their birthday when it rolls around. What kind of choice do you make about how to handle that? And when you're in traffic and someone cuts you off, or someone's right on your tail, what do you do? Do you speed up? Do you get out of the lane and try to catch them? Or do you let them go on their way, blessing them to have a safe journey to their destination? Because it's all a choice. No one makes you mad. You have a choice to not get mad. You have a choice to ignore it. You have a choice to accept it, to follow up with it, or to simply let it go. What kind of choices are we making? Because every one of them has an impact on our lives. What do we do when the interview doesn't go the way we thought it would? A position or a promotion you just knew was yours, it was in the bag, but it goes to someone else. And you are certain that you're a better worker than that someone else. What do you do? That's a conscious choice. What do you do when when you walk into the cafeteria and you hear your name and then everything goes silent? Do you ask what the conversation was? Do you rant and rave about they better not be talking about you? Do you let it go? Or perhaps you say, oh, I heard my name. I know you all are having a wonderful conversation about me. What is it that you do? Choices come all day long. So it may do us well to anticipate some choices that we may have to make. Traffic is an excellent one. You definitely can decide how to respond to road rage from other drivers. You don't have to go along with it. You can let them go around you. You can change lanes to get away from them. Because there are some other choices that really aren't in your best interest and certainly are not your highest self. How do we handle the choices that life presents us? And do those choices outpicture the best us, or the us that's a little lower on the evolutionary scale? Does that choice do us some good? It doesn't make us feel a little less than we want to. If it's not working for you, then we need to choose differently. We have the opportunity to uplift those choices all the time. And as we know, principle does not work by precedent. Just because you've done something 1,000 times, that 1,001st time, you can do it right. You can choose differently. Because what we want to do is when we put our head on the pillow at night and reflect on our day, we want to feel better about most of the things that happened in our day because we created it. Yes, we created that day, just as we are creating this moment right now. So I invite you to go into that still small space, go into the silence, and consider your choices. Are they uplifted, life-giving choices? Are they choices that you may want to reconsider and uplift a little bit so it reflects your best you and your best life? Immerse yourself in the concept of choice. So as we come back to the space we're in, let us stop and take a deep breath in and out, being conscious of your breath, focusing on your breath. And let's take one more in and out. So let us go forth today and every day, being conscious of the choices we make, knowing that with each one, we are either adding to who we are or taking away from who we could be. Thank you for joining us for Midday Meditation. Namaste.